What's up, everybody? Thank you so much because you have just tuned in to Real Laughs right here on Real Radio 104.1. The voice you're hearing is Mr. James Young, comedian extraordinaire, and the host of The Lowdown on Afro TV on Xfinity Comcast Channel 1623. Please, if you can hear my voice and you can get Xfinity Comcast, watch and support that show because I need it because that's my retirement plan. I am joined in virtual studio today with some very funny gentlemen. We'll start with Mr. Miguel Colon Jr., the man to help make all this stuff happen that we call Real Laughs. Miguel, what's going on, baby?
What's up, man? You talk about retirement plan. I've literally thought about it because I'm like, I don't have retirement money. Like sometimes I look at like a Lynx bus and I'm like, I could walk into it. Like I could just walk in. Like when it's getting ready to park, I think I could just walk right into it, take a little hit, settle out of court, just be like, hey man, buses hit people. It happens. Let's just go with a 100K.
You ain't talking 60 miles per hour. You're talking like 20, 25 miles per hour.
This is what I think. If I'm running the same time it's coming at me, that's subtracting some of the miles.
There you go, bro.
No, that's just science, baby.
That's science, baby.
Yeah.
That's science, baby. Love it, man. Also, we're joined in studio by the godfather of Orlando comedy and mediator for comedians who are fighting and beefing, Mr. Ken Miller.
You know why I mediate, baby? I'm from the streets, baby. The hood will swallow you. Bullets will follow you. So much coke that you can run a
slalom. Cops come to place top to bottom.
You know I like love, James. You know I like for everybody.
No, I know, and it was over something silly too.
When Ken Miller mediates for you too, man. After he's done, he's like, "All right, man. So this is good. This is good." He's like, "All right, have 100 set up to LaShawn, and then we're done." You know, like,
for no reason.
It's a marriage fee. It's a marriage fee. He just handled this. So matchmaker fee. I just closed this beef. Send 100 up to my lady, and we're good to go. Okay, guys. Buy a shirt.
My phrase is always too. Hey man, you N-words, y'all, why don't you N-words just make up with each other? Y'all already, it can be two white people. Hey, you N-words need to talk to each other.
I think you stole that from Jesse Jackson.
Yeah. Hey, yo. Hey, N-words, I'm running for president.
Yeah. To have Farrakhan and
that's how they told me at the improv when we were doing the show at the improv. Buddy that runs it was like, I can always tell when the alcohol done kicked in because you dropped the N-word a few more times, and like you start off real like, hey guys, thanks for coming to the improv. Have a good. We're gonna have a great show. By the third drink, hey, look at this N-word in the audience right here with no. I was roasting them.
You start calling objects the N-word.
Yeah.
Bro, I was first of all, it was a lady sitting up front like a middle school principal who wouldn't laugh at nothing. Then next to her was a lady that was dressed, I swear to God, like Cleopatra. I called her Cleopatra Jones.
That was funny. That was hilarious.
And the dude that was El Chapo, Spanish guy, had an all white on, white shoes, no socks. I said, are you a dope dealer? Are you El Chapo? And he was like, and I say, yes, sir.
I like this Ken Miller. Only like killed one of his relatives.
You got it.
You like his ex-wife considered a relative? Like
that's why she an ex.
Yeah. And we need to talk about that show too. I forgot to talk about it on yesterday's show because I want to shout out him. Also, we're joined in studio. You can listen to his podcast with a side of chaos. We got Patricio, aka Rocky, in the building. Patricio, how you doing, man?
I am super. I just finished chilling with Salty Aaron. We did another episode of Chaos, and we're ready to do more.
There you go.
Who are you chilling with?
Salty Aaron.
Oh, Salty Aaron. I thought you said Salieri. I was like, the dude who tried to kill Beethoven? Like,
isn't that Saltier? Saltier.
Saltier. With Salieri?
Knows. It's baffling to me.
It's baffling,
This dude just said, like, who knows the dude that killed Beethoven? Yo?
I don't think he even tried to kill him, but in the movie he did. In real life, I think they were
Wait, I think you're thinking about Amadeus.
Mozart, yeah, you're right. I said Beethoven, yeah, Mozart, yeah. I'll talk about F. Murray Abraham, basically. Salieri, yeah.
Murray Abraham, that's funny.
Oh my God!
I have no idea how he knows all this stuff that he knows.
I do. It's so random. It's so random, bro.
No. I think you got your composers wrong right there. I mean,
yeah. It was Mozart, man. But that was a test, and you police.
Thank
know
you.
what?
Appreciate
Only
it.
police would know that, bro.
You popo, bro. You failed.
What's your
the test,
favorite
man.
flavor of Mountain Dew? If you don't call it blue, if you call it by its name, you're a fed.
Dog,
You know what?
100%.
You know what, kid?
Yo.
You know what? Everybody get naked right now. Everybody get naked.
Do this, yo. I ain't wired up.
Yo, that's a good way to figure out if somebody police, they come
Yeah.
to your house, hey man, you want Kool-Aid? If they say grape
Yeah,
or
this
not
mother.
purple, oh, this dude, the police.
Oh,
This-
you a
Yeah, I'm
cop.
going in the fridge. I'm like, yo, you want some Kool-Aid? They're like, grape. And I'm just reaching for my gun, like, you used to be beautiful. I used to love you. I just turn around, look at Patricio, be like,
Hey,
Why?
man, you gotta, hey, Miguel, for the silencer, you put the Kool-Aid jug and shit.
yeah, it is. It just blasts a bunch of purple at him. Pew, pew. Purple mist.
The guy in the truck is screaming, "Grape! Say
Mhm.
grape, fool!
Yeah.
Say grape!"
God, he said grape. Get in there now. They're gonna get him.
Bro, the Kool-Aid dude comes through the door. He comes through the
To
wall.
save him.
He's like,
Yeah.
he's like, oh no.
We're chasing Patricio down. We end up at a sunset, staring at each other, and he's like, "I'm glad it's you."
Man, you just turned this GTA on this episode.
Yeah. Just to miss the Kool-Aid.
Oh, man.
God love this show. It's so random, man.
So
I think
random.
talking
bro.
about Kool-Aid
So
real
random.
quick. We were. Do you guys remember Fun Dip?
Yeah.
The sticks that you
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that it was at the Kool-Aid factory and all the cut Kool-Aid that didn't make it into the packages was on the floor.
was
And they were
crap.
like, what are we going to do with this? And I was like, I got an idea. What if we made a spoon out of candy that you licked and just sticked in this? And be like, you think that's healthy? Like, it's 1975. Kids can smoke cigarettes. Things will be fine. You know?
I think all of our candy was hazardous.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
that
yeah.
hood candy, like stuff like the, you know, what's them plastic things that had like the soda juice in it?
Oh,
Like,
the,
Oh my
Oh,
God.
the little soda cap things, the
The-
wax
the
bottles.
Hasbro.
soda
Wax,
caps, like, dude, that like, dude, we just eating this plastic?
Yeah.
Like we just, just eating this plastic.
Oh,
I
that was
just
the
want to
best
know
one.
I want to know who had the bright idea of Pixie Sticks, because Pixie Sticks was literally
Oh, the cartel.
diabetes-
Yeah. Yeah.
The cartel
Oh, yeah.
was like, I need a candy for my kids, something we can get behind. Julio, take the extra tubes. Make sure you fill it with red.
Mhm.
You want me to fill it with grape? Goddamn,
Oh,
Julio's a
I
cop.
always loved I always loved the Jolly Rancher, the stick that you could turn into a shiv as you suck
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
The
That
most
was always
dangerous
good.
dude in prison is like, I'm going to kill everybody. I learned this when I was working at Sticks
Yeah.
and Stones.
Hey, the sugar daddy, just a thing of caramel.
Oh, Willy Wonka.
It's-
Yeah.
That's all it was. That's all
Bro,
it was, caramel.
I don't eat sugar daddies no more. Well, I'm about to start eating them again because I got new teethuses. But I used to have a bunch of fillings. Bro, I'm eating this sugar daddy and I bite into it. I'm like, yo, why is some sugar daddy crunchy? I done pulled the whole filling out. 'Cause it's caramel. I done pulled my whole
Oh.
filling out.
How about literally the candy was called Jawbreaker? Like, they were straight up telling you, hey, yo.
No.
No,
I
break
want to
it
know
up.
the science behind Pop Rocks. Like, what the hell is Pop Rocks?
Oh,
Why don't we
black
get a-
magic. They're Pop Rocks. Yeah, they come from an old lady in Haiti, and yeah,
She makes them in a cauldron, bro.
uh-huh.
Oh,
yeah,
that's funny. Bro,
yeah.
what
Pop
is in
Rocks
Pop
is just
Rock?
like, I don't know, but it's
Did
like
you-
a fuse.
Did you ever?
Yeah.
Did you ever open the pack and just put everything in your mouth?
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, you got to.
Yeah, you
gotta
you showing
shotgun
you a
Pop
G.
Rock.
Yeah.
You can't eat no one at a time. You need all of them so it'll be pickety pop pop, bro.
I feel like Pop Rocks in a soda is used for demo in the military to take a wall. Like they just take the Pop Rocks there and they shake up a Diet Coke and they click it 3 times, blasting, it just goes.
That's funny.
Sugar the hole. Sugar the hole.
Yeah,
Sugar in the
that's also a name of a strip club in Atlanta. You know?
That is. Hey, I never tried that because it was always like an urban legend. If you
Yeah,
mix
me
Pop
neither. I
Rock
wasn't gonna
with
die.
soda,
Pop Rocks in the
you're
soda,
gonna die. Yeah, I never
I'd
tried.
never.
Can you try that?
Nah, I never tried.
because you're gonna
it.
die. We were all
Yeah,
like tough until
yeah,
it was like, you
yeah.
gonna try it? And it's like, I don't even want a soda right now.
There was always that one urban myth that everyone would say, but no one would ever do it because you thought it was for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, that was that.
one of the stupid urban myths that I heard as a kid was like you never want to breathe when you're driving by a cemetery because
Oh,
you're
yeah.
breathing in the air of the dead.
So here's
like-
it. When we
Go
used to do like Bloody Mary, in the mirror, I'd say it a fourth time when nobody was there. I'd be like, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. I was like, oh, it didn't work. Because I was like, yo, I ain't seen it 3 times.
None
None
of
of
it works.
that reset.
None of it works, bro. Like my wife is adamant about this whole sweeping her feet.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
where I grew up, if you sweep somebody's feet, that means it's gonna die.
Yeah.
Other people, if you swept the feet, they won't get married. My wife
Married.
is just bad luck, and I was just like, none of this stuff. I said, first of all, you're a devout Christian, and that's what you believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, look, Jesus got some side rules, okay?
He'll forgive you for murder, but sweeping feet, oh, you going there straight to hell. That's right.
Right now, little foot sweeper. You hear about this? Good God, burn them.
Lord.
There's that one where like the purse can never touch the ground.
I've heard that before too, but like bad luck,
yeah.
right?
That's
Yeah.
my mom. My mama has that. Like, oh,
Yeah.
don't let my purse hit the ground. Hold my purse. Yeah, my mom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't put your purse on the floor.
Yeah.
My wife, even if we're somewhere and she sees especially like a young lady with her purse on the floor, you know, you put your purse on the floor. That's bad luck. That means you ain't gonna have no money. And I'm looking at her like, we ain't got no money.
Yeah, you hold your purse this whole time.
Purse all in the air. And
Yeah.
you still ain't got no money.
Just
One of
stop
the-
having a purse.
One of the
Yeah.
weirdest urban myths, or one of the weirdest things that my grandma would tell me, that if a spoon would fall on the ground, that means you had a visitor coming.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever heard that one before.
My mom's was, if you hear somebody knock, never ask who it is. Like, she was like, just wait. Like, if you hear a knock in the night, she's like, don't ask who it is. She's like,
That's a
don't
real
acknowledge
man.
them. Yeah, don't acknowledge. Yeah, that's the snatcher. That's Patricio coming for your kid. Hello there, let me in. I have a toy train for you. Daddy says I can't let people in. Daddy's drunk asleep on the floor. That's true.
Daddy never established paternity, so Daddy ain't got no rights.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
My mom always said that if your palm itches, it means you're gonna get money.
Money. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another one of
No,
them.
that's
Yeah.
completely different.
That's another
Yeah,
one.
mine
Another
was just
one of them.
it had aloe vera in the lotion, and palm was burning. You know.
Uh,
Well, I mean, if we on that, I mean, they say
Yeah.
doing that too much, you was gonna be blind.
You're gonna go blind. Yeah.
and
I'm wearing
look at
glasses,
me,
ain't I?
2020.
Yeah.
I'm wearing glasses too. James, you
Bro,
and I in the same boat.
my palms itch and I can't see.
Hey, remember, you're gonna get hairy palms too. You were gonna get hair on
You
your
gonna get
palms.
hair on your
Oh no, I
palms,
shave
like,
every morning. I shave
Yeah.
every morning.
Yeah, that's
Bro,
what they
I'm-
tell you,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
That one's a lot.
Urban
Of people.
legends, urban legends were the dumbest, man. But yeah, and especially in the South, like umbrella in the house, walking under a ladder.
Ladder,
You know,
black
all
cat.
Did you
that
have the
stuff,
don't split the
man.
pole?
Don't
Yes.
split the pole. If you walking with somebody, and if you did, they split the pole, we would do this. I don't know why.
That was your safety.
We lick our fingers and touch our neck. I don't know if that was supposed to wipe the
Yeah.
bad spirit off, but
That's funny.
No, that's where COVID started.
yeah. I'm in the hood. Look at my neck, bro.
Some
Look
dude
at
in
that.
Wuhan, like, look at him split the pole, he idiot. Oh, look at the bat. Look at the bat.
Oh, oh man.
Why you always licking bat? Because he split pole. It's science.
Science. Now, when we get back, I want to talk a little bit about one of our Orlando's own comic who went out to LA. He did good, and he came back home to do a show. And just the fact that we get to come together very few times as comics, man. So when we do get together, we really appreciate it. We just want to shout this comic out. He actually came on my show too, on the Lowdown, shameless plug, and he was great on that. We just want to shout him out when we get right back here. So guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on with me, Ken Miller, Mr. Patricio, and Miguel Colon Jr. right here on Real Labs. Thank everybody. Thank you so much, because you are still listening to Real Labs right here on Real Radio 104.1. The voice you're hearing is Mr. James John, comedian extraordinaire. Just want to remind you guys, if you want to listen to all our past episodes, just download the iHeart app. There will be under Real Labs, and you can also catch us on iTunes and Spotify. And now you can see us on YouTube. So if you guys can please go to YouTube, if you can please subscribe, comment, and like, and share all the things that we do, that would be great. I'm still in studio with Mr. Ken Miller, Miguel Colon Jr., and Patricio. I want to shout out one of our Orlando comics, man. We got to spend some time with him. He came back home after being in LA for a long time. He came back to do a show at the Improv, and it was a damn good show, by the way, man. It was Ken Miller hosting, of course. He did great, of course. I got to be on it. It was a Jari Nose, and it was also with Kermit Gonzalez.
Yeah.
And Kermit Gonzalez, and the guy that we're talking about, the guy who headlined, was Justin Lawson. Shout out to Justin Lawson, man. The growth that guy has I've seen him go through as far as a comedian, dude. He tore it up last night, man. God bless that dude for that. You guys may know Justin because he is a brother of Preacher Lawson, but he's the one that Ken always tells he's the funniest Lawson.
Yeah.
It's not Preacher. It's messed up. Fun fact.
I also told him he
Go
was
ahead.
going to jail.
Why?
Oh yeah.
When I first, Justin, to tell you, Justin was the angry fighter brother.
Was he
He
really?
was always the one that wanted to fight. You know, when Preacher moved, when they moved here, Justin wasn't in the comedy as much as Preacher was. Justin was more into like dancing. You know, Justin used to be a battle dancer. So he was more into dancing, you know, he was more into hip hop and stuff like that. And when he would come to the other bar and just be so angry. And they was there with moms one night, Mama Lawson. I looked at Mama Lawson. I said, what you need to do is start saving bail money because this MF right here going to be in jail. And he'll tell me to this day, I said that. And then we ended up taking him on the road with us. He started sharpening, getting better at comedy. And yeah, man, he my favorite Lawson, bro.
I love thinking that he's a battle dancer because that just makes me think whenever Justin got mad, he would pull like the Kevin Bacon from Footloose and just run out in the woods.
I actually got to see my first dance battle this past weekend at Dragon Con. I've never seen one in person, kind of like a Karen. But yo, those things are freaking intense.
I'll tell you this, Patricio, too, and this is the dudes who can dance and stuff like that. That's amazing. It's art, man. It's beautiful, and they're athletes, bro. They're athletes. But I'm gonna tell you the truth, and I don't want to get my ass whooped by a bunch of dancers. But growing up, the dudes that were like dancing in the corner, getting going and stuff, all the dope boys would just be staring at them like, what is one man spinning in the hallway? Get over here, man. Get a package and work a ground stash like a man.
Like a man.
You know? Because I used to know dudes, man, and they would be like 4 dudes, and they're like all getting into it, and they're all aggressive, and they whoop your ass because they're all physically fit. They're dancers, but it's just hard because you would just see them like, tonight, man, we're going to go against the R crew. We're going to show them what's up. Pop, you got that new move? And he's like, I got that new move. And I'm just like, man, y'all carry guns or something. Be cool. Like, you know?
So
man.
I don't want to interrupt the story, but I got breaking news right here. You remember how last night's episode we were talking about the strip club that wasn't a strip club, but was a strip club?
It was a strip club. Yeah. It just wasn't a strip club he wanted to go to, but it was a strip club.
I got the name.
What's the name?
The name is Tokyo Valentino.
Man, that's not a strip club. That's a dude you go to for information in Hawaii for guns.
Yeah. Valentino, bro.
Mm-hmm. That's Tokyo Valentino's corner. Damn. Strap up. Like this ain't gonna be easy. Hour. Yeah. And when you go see Tokyo Valentino, he's sitting there smoking opium out of a long cigarette. He's like, what took you so long, Patricio? You come here for pretty girls or maybe pretty boys? Tokyo Valentino knows everything that goes on in Ohana, you know?
That's funny. That's so funny.
He's got long, beautiful nails and a robe, but he's surrounded by sexy, beautiful women, and he's so androgynous. And he's like, I'll tell you a tale about the opium that's coming in. But first, Patricio, a game we play. Damn, Tokyo Valentino, #1 opium smuggler in all of Kauai. Got to go, Tata. I have a helicopter to catch. Just a ladder comes down.
Damn you, Tokyo Valentino!
Yeah.
You're trying to get wet?
Yeah. Let me tell you a tale about 2 dragons that went looking too deep into something and ended up dead.
Much like you two. Yeah.
They died of cancer. It was sad. I watched them fall. I held their hand for months. It can get anyone. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It can go get checked. Go get checked. It can get anyone. Opium? Would you care for an omelet?
I was just about to ask if Tokyo Valentino had
omelet.
All the rage. The omelet station. This one has Spam.
Oh, it is Hawaiian.
And here's the twist. Tokyo Valentino is the brother to Barry Goldstein.
Yeah. He's like, we both were adopted after the war. Served together in Vietnam. I was a 2nd lieutenant. He was a tunnel rat. We became brothers again. But I digress. The omelets are almost done. Don't let them get too cooked. It's not good.
We gonna get canceled. I love it.
You can't cancel
damn it.
Tokyo Valentino.
Nobody.
Tony Valentino cancel you.
Yeah. Funny, I was just talking to the governor. And he thought the same thing. Tokyo Valentino. He's like folding origami and it's all beautiful while doing opium.
Yeah.
But even though he's like your nemesis, he helps you a little too. Because you're
what
like,
is going on?
yeah, you just open a file after he goes away and it's like a picture of the governor with the dead girl and you're like, Tokyo Valentino. It ends with him just clipping a bonsai tree staring into the forest. And he's like,
What the
Dr. Valentino, do we kill Patricio? All men die, but Patricio get to live today. He's very valuable. You want an omelet? I paid for the whole day, so he's here the whole day.
Oh my god!
I don't know where you come up with this stuff.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna tell you guys, that's why I love that you guys do all the hard work. I get to just sit there and come out of the bench every now and then and drop something, and then be like, all right, back to the shadows as they run the entire show. These guys gotta keep time, gotta send it away to Casey, gotta host the show, come up with everything, and I'm just like waiting. Oh, I can make a kooky Asian serial killer, and I'm back on the bench. You know? Don't look at me. I have nothing else. I have nothing else.
I feel like you're the Dennis Rodman and Air Bud of the group.
Yeah, I'll take the Air Bud.
Funny.
Oh, Rodman, I'm the worm on this one. I got Scotty and Pippen over here, man. Pippen and Jordan, and then I'm just like, hey, I got the weirdest shoes, but I'll get you some boards.
True. On a more serious note, man. Ken, I believe you know. I don't know the gentleman's name by heart. I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. I used to enjoy his videos about his kids and he doing.
Yeah.
TikTok.
Oh, David A. Arnold.
David A. Arnold did pass away, man. And I'm learning more about his career as I looked him up. The guy was on fire. Like he was about to really hit. Like he had 2 Netflix specials. He had been gaining a lot of notoriety. He was the producer on Fuller House.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Yeah,
he was a writer, producer, and a showrunner as well. Had a show called That Girl Lele on Nickelodeon. That's super popular. Just signed for season 2. He had his second Netflix special, and then I think he had just signed a deal with BET to start his own show. I just listened to him on Comedy Gold Mines, Kevin Hart, and it was such a great interview, man. And my thing about that David that I really loved was how, as a comic, you could reach out to him, and he would reply back, like he would talk to you, he would watch your set. He would give you notes like, hey, man, do this, say that. You could go a little longer with that. You could, he was just such a good, like the comedy world, you know, for people who listen to the show and you're not a comic, you understand our fraternity, our brotherhood. It's we know what we go through. You know what I mean? You know what you go through to try to get famous. The time we put in, the driving, the gigs getting canceled, you know, getting paid $50 when you should be getting $500. You know what I mean? Like everything we go through. So to see him get, you know, start to get famous and then to die like that, you know, that hurt, man, to see that brother really go through and was struggling, started to get some fame, and then for him to, you know, life to be taken away at 54.
And do we know how he passed away?
They say he had a heart attack.
That's so sad, man.
At home at that. Had a heart attack on. They said he died peacefully at home.
And he has a young daughter because I see her on the videos.
Two daughters,
right?
Okay.
2?
Yeah,
okay.
2 daughters. Yeah.
Damn, bro. Well, our condolences, thoughts, and prayers out to his friends and family. We hate to hear that, man.
I say this though, man, and I mean this. Like I've just been looking him up because I didn't know who David A. Arnold was. I didn't know, and I saw it all over like a bunch of comedians that I know and respects page and people I work with. What a hard worker when I look at his career, man. What a hard worker. And so and to have this many success, you know, that means there must have been tons of failures that he just pushed through, because that's how this game is. You can't succeed this much without having tons of roadblocks that didn't go through. And this cat, man, he just seemed to have been pushing through, working hard. Yeah, and then it's another one of those where I have not heard a negative word about him, which is great.
Not one time.
Which is great.
And somebody had commented on when I posted about it, they was like, he ain't let me sell merch. I was like, bro, this ain't the time.
Yeah.
No,
This ain't the time, bro. Like
yeah.
somebody just died. Like
Died.
it's one of them comics that this is the thing about comics that annoys me. Like if, for instance, James, if you post something about you and your wife,
Yeah.
that and it's positive. Me and my wife, our anniversary, and it's
Yeah.
always a comic in the comments that try to say something funny, and it didn't need to be. Like
Yeah.
I posted my
Yeah.
video for my wife for her birthday, and the comic was like, "Tell her to stay out of my inbox. I don't want to have an orgy with you guys." I'm like,
Oh wow.
what are you talking
Okay.
about? Like,
Okay.
first of all, me and you ain't even friends. Like for you to
Like
even
that.
comment like that.
Yeah.
Number
Mhm.
two, this is my wife's birthday post. Like, if it was just
Mhm.
me, I get it. But my wife's not a comic, so she don't understand. That
No, she don't.
comments are, like some comments are just stupid like that. So I deleted the comment, send him a message, and then right after that, he gonna post under the thing. So did he let you sell merch? I said, yeah. Well, rest in peace to him. Like what? What?
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
I'm
Really? You
telling you,
that
yeah,
salty?
bro. Some
Okay.
people just stupid, bro.
We
Some people are just stupid. But yeah,
It's
like you were
people
saying, Miguel,
self-centered,
he
man.
said,
Everything's about their experience.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Gina Gia posted, somebody was like, why y'all sad for y'all? You ain't know him. No, we knew him. You
Yeah.
may not have never worked with him, but if you're a comic, you
You know.
know what comedians go through. You know what we go through to try to make it. One, two, this man got a whole ass family.
Plus, you could be a fan. I don't get why people get mad that as a fan you mourn the passing of somebody. I was devastated when Biggie died. Devastated,
Bro, who you
devastated.
telling?
And I
Who
never
you
met the
telling?
man, saw the man, touched the man. It's just the man's words and music played a role to me, and it hurt me. You're allowed to be hurt from people you don't
Yes.
know because you're allowed to be a human being that cares for other human beings.
Absolutely. When Kobe died, we felt that.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
Man,
come on,
Kobe
man.
had me out, bro. I was in the comedy condo crying.
Like, yeah, man, a living legend we saw died before his time.
Yep.
Arguably before his time. Stuff happens, man. God rest him. Thoughts and prayers to his family, man.
Thoughts and prayers to your
Also,
family, brother.
also, real quick before we go to break here, the Queen of England died. She had reigned for over 70 years. Now, I'm not a smart person like you, Miguel, so I'm gonna ask a dumb question. Does the monarchy have any political power in that country still, or it's just a figure?
They got a lot of sway on stuff, man. I mean, they're
really?
Yeah. I mean, also in other countries like Jamaica, Australia, Canada, she's considered their queen as well. Some of the islands in Malaysia and stuff. She's the head of state. Yeah. So,
right.
yeah, they still have some sway in a lot of things.
I did not realize that. But we will talk more when we get right back here. We're going to take a short break, so we'll be right back with Real Laughs right here on Real Radio 104.1. Everybody, you're still listening to Real Laughs right here on Real Radio 104.1. I am in the big chair today. It's James John. I'm with Mr. Miguel Colon Jr. And we want to remind you guys, if you want to listen to the past episodes that we've done over the last 5 years, you can just go to the iHeart app, download it, look up Real Laughs. There will be. You can catch us on Spotify and iTunes. And now you can actually see us on YouTube. So please go there, subscribe, like, and comment, share all this hilarity that we give you guys for free. We're just trying to get the word out about us. All right, Miguel Colon Jr., man, as you know, man, I'm a free man now. I got no kids at home. Everybody has left, but I did pick up a new roommate.
Who's your new roommate? You got a dog? Did you get a dog?
No.
No.
My mother-in-law.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I live with my mother-in-law, man. But I actually love my mother-in-law, and it's good. And here's the thing that's going to sound a little creepy. I love about my mother-in-law. She wears what do you call it? Hearing aids.
Yeah.
So
this already sounds creepy.
Okay.
I love that she can't hear me.
Well, here's why.
Farting up a storm in my house.
No, well, farting would be the nice part about it. When we live with our kids, my wife nicknamed our kids. She would call them CB 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now,
C blockers, huh?
Yes. That's now Devin, because he's the oldest, was number 1. He was OG CB. Like that's who he was. So we thought moving in with her mom, because we like her mom. We're helping her out because she's getting a little bit older and she's getting ready.
Yeah, she's got a big home and she wants the company and everything. Yeah.
But we thought, like, this is gonna be a little weird if we get a little romantic and our mom can hear. But her mom cannot hear at all. She takes off her hearing aids. It's a wrap.
She's in the living room watching Univision. You got the door open. She's staring. You hear that? Beating them cheeks.
I'm looking her in the eye as I do it because I'm that bold.
Staring at her hearing aid. I want you to hear it. I want you to know. Daddy's home. Gonna be some changes. Nobody could touch this woman like they can touch the thermostat. That's my lady. This is my house.
I just
Hope
pee
she heard
on
me.
walls.
Close her.
I just pee places marking my territory now.
Mhm.
No, but you
That's
don't
my
think
bush.
about stuff. You got to think about stuff like that when you move in with a mother-in-law. Man.
Yeah.
Like, how's that going to be? How weird is it going to be? And lucky for us, we're not people to entertain all the time, so
Yeah.
it doesn't get weird with bringing people over there. Not that she wouldn't mind, because she's the nicest woman in the world. You met my mother.
I met your mother-in-law. Yeah.
She's the sweetest thing in
Where'd
the world.
Where's she from? Where'd she grow up?
New York.
New
She
York,
grew
like
up-
in the city or upstate or something, or in
She grew up in, is it Brooklyn or Queens? I can't remember, man. All I know is she has a thick accent and she loves pasta. that narrows it down.
Does
to
your
everybody.
mother-in-law speak Spanish?
No, she's
No?
half Spanish, half German. She speaks a little German, but not Puerto Rican.
Because that's more
Spanish.
useful.
Yeah. Well, they didn't know
'Cause,
who
yeah,
won the war.
Yeah, yeah. She's like, I'll learn German because I'll definitely need that when I'm buying tires. You know?
German tire place.
That's like kids when I was in high school and they were learning a foreign language and I was like,
Oh
learn
my
Spanish. And they're like, I'm gonna learn French. And I'm like, you're gonna learn French. Yeah, they're like, I'm gonna learn French. I'm like, learn Spanish. You're never gonna be in a French ass neighborhood hollering at some French girls trying to impress her. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a waste. There was a lot of people I knew back in high school, now that you mentioned it, that were taking French. Like, why?
French and German.
French, bro.
You stupid, man. What are you just going holler?
Man.
You know what you learn French for? So you can holler at the bathroom attendant?
No,
You
this
know?
is why. This is the truth. This is why I took French, Miguel. This is the truth. So
There was a fine-ass girl in there.
I'm going to sign up for my last elective. I needed an elective. I get there and there's a line, just all girls. And I was like, what class is that? They was like, French. I was like, yep, take it French. me, my homeboy John Sproul, 2 black dudes in a class of 27, 25 white girls.
I remember I told my homeboy Justin, because he went to go take French, and I was like, take Spanish. And he was like, nah, man, I'm gonna learn French. I was like, bro, you're a drug dealer. You need to learn Spanish. Like, yo, you messing up, bro. You can be wholesaling. Learn Spanish and then learn Mandarin, and bro, you own the world, you know?
That's right.
World, man.
I can imagine Ken just sitting there in French class, like, when we gonna practice French kissing?
Yeah, hey,
What do
bro,
we do?
hey, I know. Come on, Talibou, Je m'appelle.
Je m'appelle?
Je m'appelle.
Yeah, he's like, I like that North Carolina French. Hey, did your French teacher speak good French, or was she or he a person? Yeah.
No, she spoke amazing. Matter of fact, my French teacher, Mrs. White, she was on Jeopardy.
Oh, that's
She
cool.
finished second on Jeopardy. Like, she was like smart. She spoke, bro. I don't know how I got through. I got through that class with comedy.
Everybody
being
gets
funny,
through a foreign language class by just showing up.
Just showing up, being funny. Like, I ain't learned a thing, and I took it 2 years.
We had a. I remember there was a Spanish teacher. There's a Spanish teacher in my school who she spoke the worst Spanish, but you know she got the new teacher job, and Spanish was open, and so she spoke the worst Spanish, and it was just heartbreaking watching her because she would be like, "Okay, guys, hola." Oh, God damn it. Oh, you're like, oh, she's dying up there. She's dying.
Como.
Yeah. Como es. God damn it.
I don't know what this school.
Yeah.
God dang, man. Do you guys ever have any cool teachers that you remember from high school? Like,
yeah,
like,
man,
like,
Mr.
damn,
Bender
was cool.
Hey, let me tell you, Mr. Bender was one of the coolest teachers. He was a DJ. He DJ'd like parties and stuff. He was all into hip hop. He was a young dude. God, he was probably hooking up with senior girls. So I hate saying that, but you know, now that I think about how fly he was, I was like, yeah, you never know. But let's see. But I remember Mr. Bender. You know, he was the man, you know, and like when I would get in trouble for stuff, sometimes he would, because one time we had a fashion show. and like the girls' fashion, because it was all fashion there. They basically got all these tuxedos and suits. It was always a prom fashion show, and they got all these tuxedos and suits and dresses, and they showed them off from the stores. And me and my boy Lewis came out, and we did our thing like back to back, and we were all cool. And then as I was walking out with my suit, I stopped and I just whipped out a big cigar and lit it up. And then I was like, everybody was like, oh! And then as I walked off, I knew I was getting suspended. So I was like, all right, cool. And
bro, every one of your high school stories, like, look, I did it, but I knew I was gonna get
James, I
suspended.
took suspensions all day. Like I would just be like, yo, let's tally them up. I'll cut a deal. You know, like but I made it in the yearbook. I made it in the yearbook with the cigar. Like but I remember sitting in the office in a tuxedo, just chilling, and Mr. Bender just walking in going,
Oh, nice.
he goes, the Stones on this one. And I was like, yeah. But here's the cool thing. You've met my boy Chris and his wife Seashell. I did their wedding. I officiated their wedding in South Carolina. Mr. Bender was the DJ they hired because he's still a DJ. He has a wedding DJ company. And when I saw him, I was kind of like, I wonder if Mr. Bender gonna remember me, blah, blah, blah. And when I came in, he was like, oh, Miguel. And we were dapping up, and he started telling stories about me getting in trouble. And I'm going to tell you the truth, guys. It was like a heartfelt moment for me because I was like, this teacher remembers me 20 years later. And he was like, oh, bro, you were always getting in trouble. It was hilarious. He's like, some of the things you would do. And I was like, you respected my work, man.
What about you, Ken? You have any cool ass teachers when you were in high school?
Yeah, man. Colonel Free, who was the ROTC teacher, who raised me as a young teenager, because I was talked back. I was that dude, but he let us be men in his ROTC class. Like he was like, especially for us people who are going to the military, like he let us be men. So Colonel Free was always good. Miss Barnhart, who I always talk about, who got me into comedy, told me to do stand up. And then my basketball coach, Coach Coakley. Coach Coakley was so cool. Like we called him Said. Like we never called him Coach. We got in trouble because when he was the JV coach, and then he was the assistant varsity coach, and we were 2-21. We were terrible, and we had called him Said.
2-21.
Yeah, we called him Said, and our coach went off. He said, the audacity of you guys are going, y'all 2-21. At least can y'all call this man Coach?
Wow. The audacity.
But Said was so cool, he didn't care. Like he didn't care, bro. Like he just. But when I went home a couple years ago now, and the same with like Miguel said, I was walking into Kickback Jack's, which is a restaurant in Carolina, and Coakley was like, Miller, and I was like, Coach, what's up? And he remembered me. You know what I mean? From high school. And I graduated in 95. It means a lot, man. And I think a lot of teachers remember you, especially if you were, like somebody who either you got in trouble, or you were funny, or you were the super smart one. You know what I mean? Like, or like you had to be somebody to stand out that then 25 years later, a teacher sees you like, hey, Kenny Miller.
And they're happy to see you. Because there's some that they're like, this when they let him out.
Hey, when I came home, I went to North Carolina for I think it was my 10-year reunion, and I think I was working in the White House at the time. No, it was before that. I went home and I went by the school, and I was working in the White House, and I went by the library, and one of the librarians hated me. She hated my guts. I just knew she knew I wasn't gonna be ish, bro. Like she knew it. And she was, what are you doing with yourself? I said, oh, by the way, and I pull out my flip top. I said, yeah, just traveling with the president.
Oh,
just traveling the world with the president of the United States. You know what I mean? And how you doing in your little library, though?
Oh, how's the Dewey Decimal System working out for you?
Yeah, how your Dewey Decimal System work?
Tell me all about it. I hear it's all the rage.
Oh, that's hilarious, man. Actually, I'm thinking of my son, not myself. My son, Devin, my oldest, he had a teacher that really loved him. Her name was Miss Gonzalez. My kid was wild when he was a little kid. I don't know where Devin got this from, but he was in kindergarten, and it was time for story time. Now, he didn't finish his work, so he couldn't go to story time. So to protest, my son, Devin, decided, I'm going to get butt-ass naked, take all my clothes off, and throw my clothes at the teacher in protest because I can't go to story time. Right?
Nonviolent protest, brother. Malcolm and Martin would approve.
So flash forward 20 years later, she's hearing that my son's graduating his first degree from college, and she's like, oh my God, you must be so happy, Mr. Yan. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, when our little Devin was in kindergarten, we didn't think he was gonna make it, but I'm so happy.
Yo, imagine being in kindergarten and being like, this one ain't gonna make
Ain't
it.
gonna make it, yeah.
In kindergarten, bro.
Yeah, he don't. It's not about the shapes and numbers, just him himself. Something wrong, you know.
Devin was a wild boy, and if you met Devin, you know how good he is now. Like he's completely a different person, man. So if you would have seen him when he was little, man, whew, he was hell, but now he's made it, man. He definitely made it. All right, guys, we got about a minute and a half left. So I want to make sure we get everything in that you guys are doing this weekend so everybody can come out and support and love you guys. So Ken, we'll start with you, brother. Where are you gonna be this weekend?
The 16th, which is Friday, I will be Fruitland Park, the Villages, and then Sunday, the 18th, I'm at Sanford, 4 p.m. at the Whiny Wench. I think it's Sanford.
Not the Witch.
Whiny Wench.
All right, Miguel, where are you gonna be, brother?
This Saturday, I'm going to be over at Twisted Root in Winter Park doing a Bonkers show. So come on out and check me out.
Very nice. Actually, I'm going to be opening up a new Bonkers room this week. I'm going to be the first person to perform at The Corner, which is located downtown Orlando. So you guys can go to bonkerscomedyclub.com, or you can go to my Facebook, get your tickets right now. It's going to be a fun time. Come check us out. All right, guys, it's been a great show, but as always, good things must come to an end. I want everybody to be safe out there, and please go support us on all of our outlets, people. And please go to give them our IG one more time, Ken, because we never say that. Please give them our IG.
And just go to Real Laughs Radio. That's our IG. That's pretty much everything for us. Real Laughs Radio, and you'll know because you'll see our logo.
There you go, people. Please come out and support us, man. We love you guys. Come out to the shows and tell us you listen to us. We'll shout you out if you tell us who you are. Thank you guys for always tuning in. We will see y'all tomorrow night. We out.